Okay, kids, let me just make sure this is all working and then we will jump in here. We will jump in once I see it's all working. You just got to make sure, it's Facebook Live. Remember the days when Facebook Live used to it just was thrown at everybody's feed and then Facebook completely disowned lives, and now all the Facebook Lives are actually being deleted after 30 days, which fair. That's fine. But let me just make sure I'm doing this. I'm in the right place, and I just got to pin it, and then we'll jump in. I'm going to give myself 2 minutes. And it says I'm live, so we're here. Can I pin this? Can I pin it? I'll pin it on desktop. That said, if you have any questions, I'm going to only be brief. I do solemnly swear to only take up 30 minutes. You see this? Hold me to it. Hold me to it. I'm only taking up 30 minutes, and we have 5 bakers. We actually had 30 bakers, thank you guys so much, who signed up to be roasted, and then they possibly win the chance to be toasted. And that's the goal of it, right? Everything in good fun. Someone's like, are you going to be mean? No, I'm actually going to be a compliment sandwich. There's actually some cool stuff. I pre-audited these guys to make sure that we're talking the same language, but they were chosen at random through their sign up. How do we see the lie, says Mary Lynn? I'll get you, girl. Because it's not showing for me, but it does say I'm on Facebook Live. So let me find this for you guys. I wish Facebook Lives were still appreciated, not these depreciated things. I thought it was a fun way to connect with people. How else can we know what we're doing? Copy link, going back to the group, pinning, and then we will get started. So Mary, here you go, girl. Here you go, girl. And then I'm going to post my own. Boop. And post and pin. And then we jump in. I did spend most of today trying to, not most of today, I wanted a little countdown timer. You can see it's actually starting here in the left. I created a little countdown timer, a little something for us to see. Of course, that didn't work because you have to actually be in the PowerPoint presentation. And we won't be in the PowerPoint presentation because I will be switching over to a third screen, and we can check out these together. So let me just go through what we're going to run through today. We are going to be focusing on 2 types of audits, and these are going to be very quick. And we're going to, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. If you have any questions about what we're talking about, by all means, these bakers have graciously volunteered themselves. I've got a comment. Amber says hello. Corey says hello. Tracy says hello. Caroline says hello. Heather says, why am I suddenly sweaty? Well, if it helps, Heather, I'm always sweaty, right? So Heather's unite. What we're going to focus on is user experience. Is it easy to navigate? And this is in terms of the website audit. Now, when we talk about social profiles, those are pretty guaranteed to be easy to navigate because Zuckerberg is making sure they're easy to navigate. So my website audit and my Facebook or Instagram audits will be slightly different. But when we look at websites, we want to focus on what both the robots see and the end user, right? Because those are 2 different things. What's great for the end user isn't always great for the robot, and vice versa, but we got to play in both fields. That's how websites work. We're going to look at mobile accessibility, page speed, SEO. These are things to keep in mind. Now, I did a precursor, like a preliminary. Maybe in the Facebook Live next week, I'll do a deeper dive into some of these. But from what I can see, they were all mobile optimized because of the platforms they're built on. Mobile accessibility used to be a huge thing in the past. Now, 98% of the internet is accessed from phones, so people kind of caught up to it. And page layout and content, and that's the big one. SEO optimized as well, and we will hit on some of those for these. And the social media audit, we're going to do for profile accuracy, visual consistency, call to actions. So that's probably one of the biggest offenders I saw running through these profiles today is the lack of telling me what to do. Tell me to buy, smash that like button, like, comment, subscribe. Click here to order. And I think sometimes you may feel like, oh, that's a little, they know I'm trying to sell. You got to tell them, girl, we're sheeples. We want to be told where we're headed to next. Content strategy, one of my big ones. Sometimes we see a repetitive, here's what I baked, thank you, Joan, for turning 1, here's what I baked. But we want to make diverse. And there's one person I audited, and I was like, wow, I really like the content buckets that they chose here because it's interesting to watch. It's interesting to look. And I know that your users, your followers aren't going to be there for every post that goes up. But the more engaging the one post that they see, the more likely they are to see post 2, post 3, post 4, right? So it all works out together. And then engagement and reviews. Are you guys writing back to people? Are you engaging with people? Are you creating content that's engage withable? So unlike websites, social media is like the social proof thing. From my buying experience, what I'll do is I'll find a website, typically as a recommendation from a Facebook group. They'll start as maybe a page tag, but I'll always go to the website first. Then I'll go to the Google My Business listing, see the reviews, and then I'll go to Facebook to see how consistently they post, right? Because they're never going to tell me on Facebook if they're not good. They're going to say they're great. But are they posting? Are people engaging? Is it being liked with? Is there any red flags that stick out to me as a buyer, especially if it's like a higher ticket item? Anything over $100, I'm doing this. Anything under, even I do it on Amazon. All hail Prime Day, right? So the more active the social account is with the right type of content, the more likely we are to convert as a lurker into that paying client. So the key with social is keeping our content fresh, relevant, and with consistent call to actions. I am talking fast. I only have 25 minutes left, and I'm not keeping you a minute past that, so help me. Here is our lucky bakers. Here are our lucky bakers. We have Katie with Mama Llama Cookies. That was fun to say and type. I think I did spell it wrong 50 times, but I got it. Marcia McLean with Nifty Cookies. How nifty. That's a favorite word of mine. I actually use it often, and I shorten it to NIFT. That's very NIFT. So feel free to use that if you'd like to. Jordan Pratt with Milo Bella Treats. Chelsea with The Flower Farmhouse. Farmhouse is one word. And Caroline Roth with Simply Sweet Caroline. Make sure my comment section. Corey says, I'm a CTA offender, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Let's hope I didn't choose you. You're lucky, twin. I didn't get you this time. But we have 25 other bakers, and we have 2 more of these Facebook Lives. So I'm doing this on Thursday. I'll do it again next Thursday at a different time. And I'll do it on the following Thursday at a different time, so we hit everybody. But you do not need to be present to be audited. I will find you, and I will look. Moving on, let's jump right in here. Here's Mama Llama Cookies. I got a screenshot here, and I have selected for hers. They had to submit every profile, Instagram, Facebook, and website. For hers, I have chosen the website. So let's grab that website. Let me just grab it here, and we're going to look at it together. Get your butt over here. So the things I like is she's using My Custom Bakes. These platforms, these website platforms are great when they're tailored to bakers. And My Custom Bakes is one of those. A few things it does that is just a limitation of the platform. It's not great. It's not something I'd be like, I'd never use it, but they don't allow for a custom domain. So what we have right here is My Custom Bakes, which is a primary domain, and the domain extension is Mama Llama Cookies. You should say, is that good? Is that bad? Should I do it? Should I hate it? Should I love it? The thing is, in terms of SEO and branding, it would be nice if she had a custom domain. Now, what I think you're still allowed to do with My Custom Bakes is purchase your domain, mamalammacookies.com, and add a 301 redirect to mycustombakes.com/Mama Llama Cookies. It is just a little bit easier to use URL. Here's a great example of why I would do that. Your URL is very long, no fault of your own. That's exactly what it should be. However, if we wanted to trim that up, we could get that custom domain name. I use Namecheap. You could use GoDaddy. You could use, there's many registrars. That's what you're looking for, the word registrar. I use Namecheap exclusively. You could purchase that domain name and create that 301 redirect. Sounds fancy. It's not that complicated in the registrar. So it has nothing to do with My Custom Bakes, but it will help with brandability. Meaning I could tell somebody to go to mamalammacookies.com. They end up on the My Custom Bakes website, but they're none the wiser. Now, in terms of SEO, yes, you would want the domain to live, the website to live on the domain, but this is a workaround because I do like that My Custom Bakes has some features that would be hard to get anywhere else, right? My Custom Bakes is owned and run by a baker. So that's why you're going to see some aspects of this that are really nifty. So Mama Llama Bakes, I'm going to check my time. I got 3 minutes left, Mama Llama. Right here is going to be my critique. You can see that text on the homepage. This is the more, when it comes to website and ranking and SEO and Google search, and I found you on Google. Oh, that glorious phrase, I found you on Google. The way to be found on Google is text. Maybe in the future, I'll say that differently as AI is starting to be able to read or understand more. But right now, the bots read text. They can't interpret photos that well. So right here on this homepage, I know that they have given her space. Now, I'm not too familiar with My Custom Bakes as a platform, but I could guess it. We have a lot more ability here to write an about section. And I want that about section to be a chunky monkey. I want you to put in words and keywords that your audience would search. So you're in Superior, Wisconsin. What I'm going to say in my About Mama Llama Cookies is born in Superior, Wisconsin, just 30 minutes outside of insert bigger city. Here is Mama Llama Bakes, and my name is, and what I do is this, and where you can find me is this, and what I bake is this. Now we have hand decorated and artisan sugar cookies. Those are keywords, but how many of our audience, how many type in the word artisan? I can tell you the last time I typed the word artisan was probably not in this lifetime. So consider what the audience is searching for, because that's what Google is going to be looking for. Somebody in our audience is going to come and they're going to be like, I need custom sugar cookies. I want to take a sugar cookie class, right? Let's pretend they do that. They're not going to type in artisan cookie demonstration, right? They're going to type in sugar cookie class. Usually the fastest path is a path to least resistance, and that's the easiest path. So think in terms of like keywords and adjectives, but make them very simple. So custom made sugar cookies, custom sugar cookies, sugar cookie classes, sugar cookies made to order, things like that. A good example is I until I got into this industry, I didn't know that drop cookies were what they were. Not saying that everyone is as stupid as I am, but I am stupid. So consider me when you're typing this. Chocolate chip cookies or cookies, flavored cookies is kind of what I think about. So consider that in this copy. Now you can ask like, how much copy? How much do I write? Do I write to the ends of the earth? Do I get AI to write it? Do I write it myself? Do I hire a copywriter? I'm going to say 1,000 words, 500 to 1,000 words. So we've got 4 words here, 5 words here. I want it to be 500 words at a minimum. And that's going to include the keywords. We're going to talk about who, what, where, when, and why. Who, Mama Llama bakes cookies, what, cookies, keyword, not keyword stuffing, but around that specific keyword. Where that's going to be the biggie, right? Because we don't need to sell to everyone, and we just need to sell to people in Superior, Wisconsin and the surrounding areas. And you can include those surrounding areas in your copy, especially in the about. If you were born near Superior, Wisconsin, tell me about it, because that's a keyword. Who, what, where, when, why? Why'd you get into that? That adds to the fluff. If you guys are like, well, I don't know what to write. Why did you do it? Why'd you do it? Use some keywords there. Make it strategic. And then where they can order, how they can order, things like that. So I do like this. I think this is really cool. This is a My Custom Bakes exclusive, these fulfillment methods and these payment methods. This is very Shopify-esque to me. So I really like that. We have one picture here. I'm not sure if the platform allows you to. Would love more photos here if that is a possibility. One of the things I absolutely loved about this website is right here, this availability count. Look how nifty this is. This is pretty cool. And this is a My Custom Bakes exclusive made by a baker. So it makes sense that there would be an availability counter. So you can see Mama Llama is Mama Llamaing somewhere out of town. She is not in town for these. I love that. She's probably booked or she's baking or she's out of town. That is great. So now my audience knows right from here what they can see, where they can order, how they can order, stuff like that. I do like this. Please use the calendar below to check if I'm available and your desired delivery date. These calendars are just for reference. You cannot click on the calendar. Oh, I like that. So she's giving me a disclaimer. If I'm available on the next exact date, consider selecting an earlier date. To begin the quote process, go to the shop page and add one of my products to your cart. You'll select your availability in the checkout process. So that's a reference thing. She has a shop page right here, but what I'm going to say, and I got to move on because I'm past my 5 minutes, is the gallery. I love galleries. Corey and I were talking about cookie galleries over last week, and she had me add a gallery to her website because we buy with our eyes. And it's a very specific industry that we're in. I think a lot of people, a lot of our audience, we'd want them to use our own cookie sets, inspo for their set. So the more pictures you add here, the better. And I know you have some really awesome photography. I love the style here. I think these are all scroll stoppers. I would just add more. You might say, how many is too many? This is too few. In my humble opinion, as a buyer myself, I would love to see more. I'd like to be inspired more. If you're able to add some text here, I would tell people, hey, use this as an inspo board and send me some sets or the styles that you like. Let me check my comment section. Corey said the sigh I released when my name was not on the list. You'll be on the next list just for that comment. Same with Heather Campbell Berkshire. You guys are testing me. You, Amber, you're testing me as well. You guys have no idea. I'm selecting these the day of, so no one is safe. No one is safe. That takes me through this one. I do like it. Thank you so much, Mama Llama. You are now entered to win 1 in 5 chance to win the Cookie College, and we'll actually select that at the end of this. So moving on right here, Nifty Cookies. I have selected her Facebook page. Let's bring her in here. Right here we have Nifty Cookies. I do like that name. I like that short brandable name, Nifty Cookies. In terms of marketing and SEO, when it comes to picking a business name, Nifty is the adjective and cookies is the noun. And that is the kind of setup that we want, right? So we want nifty and cookies. We got the adjective and the noun because we know she does cookies and her brandability is the word nifty. So very nice there. Now scrolling here, right here, this wasn't included in the list, but I'm going to call you out on it because I had another baker actually at the end of this. She has optimized this and you can optimize this as well. So Facebook, Meta, Zuckerberg, they're always constantly introducing and limiting features. Now, one of the features that they have expanded is our intro paragraph. If I can be so bold, let me pull up Sugar Cookie Marketing right here. I'm going to show you this page's intro. Now I'm the admin, so you're seeing the admin view. Look right here. I have a lot more text than you do, and my text is clickable, which I'm going to talk about in a second. This is the access you could add here. Now you're cookie decorating, but that's not necessarily what my audience. This isn't a major SEO aspect, but it is a part of SEO when it comes to social profiles ranking in Google. Let's optimize this. Let's fill this out. Hey, I'm a sugar cookie decorator. What I always encourage you guys to do is I'm a sugar cookie decorator in Costa Mesa, California. I am available for this product, and this product to place an order. And click hyperlink right here, and you can see that it is a clickable hyperlink. Delectable. It's loading. Give it a second. So right there, that's the one I do. Now my next critique, because I'm doing compliment sandwiches here, is right here. I have a timestamp of August 2024. Beyond that, November 2023. Now, from your audience standpoint, and I think it is annoying that I can see this, but you guys can't see this looking at the business manager, right? So business manager only does not show you your pin post. You have to go to the Facebook app. You have to switch to your page, and then you can see these. Annoying. I think you almost have to do it on a computer, right? So I would actually, if this is something you're like, well, I'm still offering these, why would I unpin this? I would just repost it. I would make a new post to that timestamp. The first thing I see when I go to your page is a 2025 timestamp. And you can see with the sugar cookie marketing page, hold on, Facebook, and we're going to go back to that page. You can see that I actually update these monthly with the latest cookie class kit, right? Because I want this timestamp to read June 8th. I want to say, hey, these girls I have to make one for July. Don't get on me. Corey's on my case. I was out of town. We have great job, Mama Llama. Congratulations, Corey. Thank you for thanking her. Location. You can't say it too much. The reason being, if I click here, I don't want to have to think of where you are. I want to know. And Corey, if we may, she's going to hate that I'm doing this. Let's see what you got here. And I see right there, she has a pin drop emoji, which I love, located in Woodbridge, so people don't have to think about it. We live in a very, very populated area, so it is important that people know she's in Woodbridge, because people from where I live are not even going to order that 20 to 45 minutes away. It's too much traffic. Okay, nifty. We're plugging along here. I'm here teaching classes. Love it. She's actually teaching the cookie class kit, the grill and chill class. This is one of my favorite classes from last year. That will be on sale during the midsummer membership sale. That class will be available in the Cookie College membership for $68. You get every class for $68 one time. All the classes, $68, or you can buy it individually for $10. Now, new classes are open. She's got emojis. I love it. We got a call to action. We got a hook. New classes, whether you're piping pro or total newbie, we've got a seat and a cookie with your name on it. Now, here is my correction right here. Here's my compliment sandwich is, tell me how to sign up, girl. You got me hooked. I want it. I want in. I want a ticket, but I have no place to know where to get the ticket. But you might be saying, well, just click right here, girl. Here's my website. Click right there and get you a ticket. If this appears in my feed, it would take me 3 clicks and possibly 4 clicks to get even to your website, let alone get to the class. So what I would do in your, you could test it in your caption, which would depreciate, it would diminish your reach. I would actually put it in my comments or my caption. Okay, I love what we're doing here. That was great. I think you might be getting, I can see with the cadence, right? I think you're getting AI to help you write these, and I'm going to say thumb way up for that one. My second wedding cake, this is beautifully written. AI kind of writes like this and then puts these hashtags at the end. I'm not sure you are or you aren't, but either way, if you are, 2 thumbs way up, guys. AI is the future, and let it help you. If it can help you streamline your caption writing, why not, right? Time is money. And then one thing I really did like here before I jump in is Nifty Cookies lets people in. I can tell right here, she participated in the Meet the Baker collab. Look how fun this is. And this was so engaging. I really liked it. But if you're like, well, she just did that because the collab was happening. No, she didn't. She had posted her family right here. And kid number 3, she is letting people in. Look at that engagement. That's because our audience likes us. Let them like us. Okay, Nifty Cookies, thumb way up. I really like what you're doing there. Moving on to Milo Bella Treats. If I'm slaughtering that, let me know, but I think it's a really cute name. I love what she's doing here. You can see I'm gonna audit her Instagram. Let me pull that profile up. So we got her Instagram right here, Milo Bella. Let me pull that. Girl, I'm so sorry. Instagram.com, Milo Bella Treats. Got you right here. I pulled up Nifty twice. Nifty wanted to go one for 2 times. So here's my thing. Milo Bella Treats maybe new. She's got 40 posts, 27 followers, and she's following 149. And you may say, well, that's a little low. That's a vanity metric, but I can agree that a little bit more social proof, a few more followers, may help solidify in people's minds that this is not a post and ghoster. This is legitimate business. So how do we increase the follower count. I know we join a follow train. No, we don't. No, we don't. Get that out of your head. She could get 1,000 or 2,000 or 100,000 bakers and she's still not making any money because all you guys are doing is stalking everything she's doing. We want to grow our follower numbers with our local audience, and she can do that through the 3x3x3 challenge. And I'll break that down in a later live if you guys want. Let me check my comment section. Corey said, every time someone has to click, they fall off your sales funnel. We talk about that on the Baking It Down podcast. The more clicks, the fewer sales. So the fewer clicks, the more sales. I think we're doing good. Corey says, great job, Nifty, and I must agree. So Milo Bella treats the things to grow that follower count. Check out the 3x3x3 challenge. And if you want something that's going to increase that, but it requires a lot more effort, the $1.80 challenge by great Gary Vaynerchuk. Now the bio. She's got a bio here. She's got an emoji here. I love it. She has her niche here. Her nut niche here. She's 100% nut-free bakery in Northeast Ohio. So we even have our location. Now here's what I do. Safe and delicious. There's a typo there. Hey, I'm a typo girl myself. Unless that's intended. You guys are cooler than me. I heard that the kids these days are saying purr, P-U-R, in terms of perfect. I've been saying perf for my whole life, but apparently not cool enough. Safe and delicious treats for all ages. I would change this out to actually what you offer. I actually believe that you have a couple more characters here than you do. So maybe I would switch that down. Let me actually pull up what Instagram. Let me do the Baking It Down podcast. Yeah, look, I got a lot more text here. I know I've maxed out my text here. I would do that as well. I love a line break. I think it counts against you as one character. Now, here's what I would change. You got a hyperlink here to your Facebook page. Listen, if they found you on Instagram, it's going to be very similar content to what's on Facebook, right? So we see the same exact content here. Let's not waste that. You have a second link here. It's to your TikTok. I'm going to guess it's very similar content. I saw your reels. You have 3, so do you have 3? It's matching up perfectly. So if they found us on social, then we don't need to direct them to another social. I would rather have this order form here because we've removed the 2 clicks. We go right here. If they find you on Instagram, right here to order, and she's using Jotform, and this is stupid cute. So Milo Bella Treats, I love what you're doing here. I would just trim that up because they don't need to find you on Facebook to place that order. Okay, good job, girl. I got 10 minutes left. I think I'm doing pretty good. The Flowered Farmhouse, let me grab you right here. The Flowered Farmhouse, we're doing her website. I love it when you guys added websites. A lot of you guys have websites, and that is great. So the Flowered Farmhouse, yeah, I know my screenshot, I got this wonky, really tall screen over here. That's why it kind of messes up my screenshot, but I want you guys to be able to see what I'm seeing. So we've got a Squarespace website. I can tell she's Squarespace, which is very similar to Shopify. Very few bakers use it. A lot of people use Square, so I was impressed to see that. We got Bake Fresh at home. I would change this to Bake Fresh in your location, but she's got it right here. I'm a registered baker in New York State, but what area? Because that's going to help with SEO. She's got a gallery on the homepage, which Corey and I were talking about. We really liked a gallery on the homepage because the fewer clicks, the more sales. So right here, typically in a website, in your footer section, you would have your call to, you'd have your information about contact. Well, I don't want to put my address. Then just put your city and state. You would have the email to reach out for you. I'd have my important links like order here, which I know in Squarespace you can probably do. Corey, did we do that with yours? Did we do that with yours? I did make your changes that you wanted. You can thank me later when you buy me lunch tomorrow. Gallery we added. It's a big gallery, but she wanted it. So right here I have, thanks for stopping by. I have her social media and I have Lake Ridge, Virginia. Now, what I should add is her email address, but I haven't added that yet because do as I say and not as I do, but that is what I would do for you. The shop tab, you got a shop tab right here. I'm going to click on it. It takes me nowhere. So I'm not sure what's going on there. If it is non-functioning, which I don't believe it is on your website because you have your custom cookies and then you have us fill out the form here. I would just get rid of that shop tab altogether because if it's a click and I go nowhere, it's going to distract people. So if we're not using the shop tab, if you're just not baking this month, then you would add products back, then ignore me. But I'd still probably disable that, right? I would put a banner that says, hey, I'm not baking this month. I'll be back on XY date. We did talk about that on the Baking It Down podcast 3 podcasts ago, what to do if you do take a big break. So if you're not baking now, maybe pay attention to that. Give that a listen. I love this tab on custom cookies. She kind of breaks it down. A lot of keywords here, right? This is her order form, but she has this. I would probably change this. It's so annoying to update photos constantly. Trust me, because I am the biggest offender of this. This is Christmas. I would change it every quarter to the upcoming holiday. So this would look up to date. We want to tell people, hey, we're here, right? We're here. We're baking, and we're baking for you right now. Give me your money. So she has need custom cookies for event. I like that. She's asking them. She's triggering in them the thought. Custom cookies are a great way. So she's demonstrating the custom cookies. And in order to serve you better, scroll down. This is the form they got to fill out. So what I would do is I would put this up here as well, like order here. I'd actually rename this from custom cookies to order here because that's where you're getting money. And we want to make it as easy as possible for people to reach in their wallets. Now, what I love about this, look at these photos. This website she has scheduled a photo shoot. Let me go back to the homepage. Look at these. I mean, if somebody did this, if you hired a photographer, this is what I'm talking about. This makes me think this lady knows what she's here to bake. This high quality photo, I love it. If you are on the fence about scheduling a professional photo shoot, try bartering. If you're like, well, I don't want to spend the money, try bartering with free cookies. Trade. A lot of bakers will trade cookies in exchange for these photos, and it looks so good. Thank you, Flowered Farmhouse. Love what you're doing here. Love that you have a website. Let me check my comments section. Corey says, great job, Milo. Use photo sets you like to do the most. That's a great point. In your gallery. So Corey and I just built out her gallery. Don't worry, Simply Sweets Caroline's, I'm coming. Corey just built out her gallery, and she only included photos of the sets she wants to do. She deleted even really good stuff. She was like, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to bake that again. So although it took an ego hit, it was valuable for her conversion, because at the end of the day, we love an ego. We love an ego stroke. Trust me, girly, I am there with you, but we also don't want to be crying in the kitchen late at night. So on your gallery, only put that which you want to bake. Now, Simply Sweet Caroline, I got 5 minutes to let you go, and I'm not somebody to end these on time. And look at me go. Time never saw me coming. Simply Sweet Caroline, got you. You're my last little girly. I'm doing your Facebook page. Thank you for submitting all of those. Look. She used the hyperlink. She used it. It goes right to her website. I love this. I'd maybe sprinkle in an emoji there. It just is a little scroll stopper, but she is a blue girly. Look at that. She's active on this. She's posting stories. She's asking questions. I love this stuff so much. I love her theme. So my thing is your captions. We got cookies are really our cookies really are for every occasion, even a second surgery. Amen and amen. These were sweet. Thank you for a customer. And then she got a lot of hashtags. I don't think hashtags are serving what they're supposed to on Facebook even now, but they're still serving pretty well on Instagram. So I know you might be cross-posting this to both. I don't see your Instagram linked here, so I'm not going to bug you over there. But what I would do is I'd probably chop this off and I'd use a copy formula. Now, AI is pretty good at copy. Let me see, Gemini. I'm going to ask Gemini. I'm going to say, rewrite this. Let's see. I'm going to show you how AI is so quick at this. Rewrite this caption using the AIDA copy formula. I'm going to show you why the future is now. Let's see how good this is. So here we are. Let me get rid of you. It said, did you know that cookies are perfect for any occasion, even a second surgery? A grateful customer recently sent me these delicious cookies. Of course, it's a little off, but you guys get it. It's a sweet way to show appreciation for those who care and need it most. Imagine the smiles these brought to the dedicated medical staff, offering a moment of warmth and gratitude. You get it. Now, if you guys listen to our podcast on AI, this would be my starting point, my jump point. I would edit this, but you can see the call to action. Show your appreciation and love language of cookies, and I would add the link. So that's going to be an easy way to zhuzh if you don't have enough time to zhuzh up your copy, and there's tons of copy formulas to have. So she's got this, we've got America, but I would add more caption there because you put in all the work. And I really did like her content bucket. This is my content bucket profile. So we have an interesting mix. I like what she does here. So we have 5 photos in there. She has no truncation of photos. We have 5 photos here. Okay, but then she goes to 2 photos, and then she's demonstrating a skill. I really like the 2 photo, and then we go into a meme. This is Love Island. I've been trying to get into it. It's really hard for me to understand. I'm not understanding if everyone gets voted off or they just keep coming back, but I'm trying my best. And then look, she had a really, and I engaged with her on this. This is the Meet the Baker post, but she did a really phenomenal job. This was a really interesting and fun way to write this. So I like her content buckets. We got a bunch of funny stuff here. She even got Taylor Swift. So that is hers. Okay, that takes us through that. I've got 2 minutes left. Okay, chat. I'm looking at my chat. You see these 5 emojis at the bottom of the screen. You see them, right? I want you guys to put in the chat, pick one of these emojis, post it quickly, post one of those emojis, put in the chat the first one I see, the first emoji I see is actually connected to one of these bakers. I'm checking. I just need one of you guys to put that one of these 5 emojis at the bottom in the chat, and I'll tell you who won on the next slide. Again, this is completely anonymous. Chat is picking the winners here. I'm waiting, but let me read my caption. Okay, Heather Campbell Berkshire got it. She says money bags. If you guys want to see that live, I'm not one to lie here. I don't lie, right? So if you can see that, you can rewatch the replay because you're a bad baker for not watching this live. I'm just kidding. And Caroline, Simply Sweet Caroline's, you are the winner Heather Campbell Berkshire is to thank. You can email me, heather@sugarcookiemarketing.com. If you're a current Cookie College member, I'll refund your last month's payment. And if you are new, I'll set you up with that membership. Welcome to the Cookie College. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And we're going to talk about coffee formulas over there. Okay, guys, my last thing, and I'll let you go because I have half a second left. The Midsummer Membership Sale is on the last week of July. It's July 27th to August 2nd. It is the only sale we'll run before we get to the Monday Blending, right? Are we allowed to say the Monday Blending yet? No, I don't think so. I think I'm about to kick myself out. The cost, everything is discounted. Absolutely everything we offer is discounted. This is just like the Monday Blending, but a little better because you have 7 days to jump in. And we're doing it in the slowest season for bakers, which is July. The site will be thecookiecollege.com. No discount needed on those days. I'll have them automatically applied. You don't have to think. You just click, you purchase, you check out. You can cancel anytime on an FAQ in the next Facebook Live we do, and you can save as much as 84% because we're running a discount in the past 2023 and 2024 class kits. Okay, kids, that was great. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I'll see you next Thursday. I think that one might be at 6 and the final one is at 2 or vice versa. I know I'll see you guys over there. 30 minutes and 28 seconds. I'm great.